What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So it has been a minute since I have filmed, and you know what, it's been a minute almost every time I upload, but you know what, at least I'm somewhat around. Today I'm going to be talking about what's that noise? Everything about our wedding that I can think about, that I can just regurgitate to you. So let's start with the wedding style. So for our wedding, I was very unprepared for all the decisions that I had to make. One of them being our style of wedding, and I mean this in the way that I just like a lot of different styles. Like, I'm from the South, so I like different rustic looks, but that's kind of not fully me. And I live in Florida now, so like the beachy theme is kind of growing on me, but I'm still not there yet. So that's mostly what you see on Pinterest these days, and I was kind of like, that's not me. So I had to pick something that was me and just let it be. I know a lot of people were like, what's your style? And I'm like, kind of bohemian, kind of like elegant, kind of rustic. So it just kind of all came together in this blended, you know, me wedding style theme. Overall though, the theme was bohemian. That was kind of the like track we tried to stay on as much as possible. So everything from my hairstyle to the little like decorations we chose was kind of more on the rustic slash bohemian style, and then went from there. So my dress was ivory in color, I believe that was the specific color it was, and it was all lace. So I will insert pictures, you know, here on the screen. And it was all lace, it was ivory, it was A-line, and it also had pockets. So that was super cool. I loved that about my dress, and it just, I loved the way it fit on my body. I fell in love. It was the first one I tried on. I tried on like 10 dresses, and honestly none of them compared to this one's. Next is our venue. So our venue again was a little hard at first because we were planning on inviting like 500 people, and most venues in the area host about like 150 to 200, and those venues also are like extremely expensive. I live in West Palm Beach, like you're not really expecting to pay like little bits of money. So again, we were trying to make our wedding as cheap as possible but still be really everything we wanted. So that's a feat. But we did find a venue, and it's actually my work. I work at a church called Covenant Center, and it's also a school. It's also a school. It's a charter school. I work at that also. But they were willing to let us use the place for free. So that's great. Now, keep in mind, this is an older church. We decided to dress the entire thing up with Christmas lights stringed across the entire courtyard. We put out like little tiki torches to give a more kind of islandy effect, I guess, and prevent bugs. But overall, it looked gorgeous. We didn't have to pay for it at all, and it seated way more than we even had at our wedding. So it was great. I would highly recommend again. I'm sure you wouldn't get it for free if you decided to ask to use the building. However, it is a great spot, and we happen to use it in a way that has never been used before. So maybe you should check it out sometime. Okay, so I think I've mentioned this before, but I did not do a veil for the wedding, and that's because I just didn't feel like it was necessary. However, I did have a bouquet of flowers, and I think I also mentioned this in my things we didn't do traditionally, but my flowers were fake flowers. We got them from Hobby Lobby, and my sister made them. They were absolutely beautiful. I did forget to bring them to the photos, so I was really sad about that because I would have loved to have them in the wedding photos. However, I did walk with them down the aisle. I loved them. I got a lot of compliments on them. They are actually right now sitting in a vase on one of our shelves that they just look great. They last forever and they look great, and I highly recommend using fake flowers. Okay, for our cake, we had a friend of ours make a cake. She did a phenomenal job. However, it was tilting, and unfortunately I don't really know why it was tilting. She probably did something wrong. I'm not gonna blame her. I was just really happy with the way it looked. It was a naked cake with little like succulents on it. Totally loved it. Totally fit my overall dream for a wedding cake other than the tipping part. And it was carrot cake. We decided to go with a very untraditional cake because Nathan doesn't even like cake and I wasn't about to go eat like a random lemon cake. So, or vanilla, I don't know what normal flavors are. I just chose what kind of cake I like. So I chose carrot cake and it was amazing. It was a great surprise because I almost forgot what type of cake we had. So when we cut it and ate it, I was like, this is amazing. Loved it so much and wish we could have eaten more of it, but we partied instead. But we also had 2 sheet cakes from Costco for everybody else. Okay, so if you were at our wedding or you've seen pictures, you know I did not do flowers for the bridesmaids. And I also again mentioned this in my non-traditional video. However, I got the lanterns at Hobby Lobby for half price. So go to Hobby Lobby, get stuff half price, and you'll be set. Also, cool thing, I didn't mention this in the last one because we hadn't had the wedding yet, but this is cool. Those lanterns, I gotta return all of them after the wedding. They all had like the sticker on the bottom still, and I was like, I don't need these lanterns anymore, and the bridesmaids didn't take them, so I was just like, I'm gonna return them. So do that, guys. Return stuff. If it's not used, return it. So for our music at the wedding, we decided to have live music at 3 different moments. We had live like quartet. Is that what it's called? A string quartet, I think it's called. For the actual ceremony, they played violin and cello and a couple other instruments, and basically they played during the entire ceremony and then also when we exited. So we had them, and then we also had a worship team, and we also had a live band playing music after the ceremony and worship happened, and then we were all just dancing and partying. They played also. So I will link all of them down below. So if you want to check out any of our musicians to have them play for you guys, or at least try to get them to play for you guys, go for it, because they're all amazing. They all killed it. They all are top quality musicians, and I'm so thankful that they played at our wedding. Okay, so men's stuff. We did not use boutonnieres at all. I just don't find the point in them. Like, if you want to dress up the suit some more, fine. If not, it's not a big deal. So we just didn't do it. Secondly, the men all got their suits from Joseph A. Bank. Great company. They did a phenomenal job taking care of all of our groomsmen because we had like 10, I believe. They did a great job. All of them looked great. We also got their ties from Etsy. I'll also link those down below. The earrings I wore for our wedding are like this big little silver sticks. I loved them. I don't know why. I just really wanted something simple, not glittery, but like just to kind of still a statement. And I didn't want to wear hoops because they always get caught in my like hair, and I always like rip my ears, so we didn't want to do hoops. But I loved the sticks. I got those from Amazon actually for I think like 12 bucks or less. But I love them though so much. For my shoes, I wore a pair of nude Lulu's heels. I'll insert a picture here. And I really wanted something that was short heeled so I could wear them for a longer period of time. Guys, I wrote my own vows, and I will say that it was one of the hardest things I have ever had to do. But I'm really glad we did that because I felt like it was way more meaningful. I did not cry, even though I got choked up in the beginning. I think I didn't cry because I reread them so many times to like a friend being like, do these sound okay? Does it make sense? Did I cover everything? And I believe I've cried while writing them, but I didn't cry when I actually read them to him because I had just read them so many times and I had practiced so many times because I just wanted to get it out and not have to mess up in front of people. So I kind of said that my like true raw emotion didn't come out during the ceremony, but also I'm still glad that we did it. So guys, that is all that I can think of right now to inform you about our wedding. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this stuff was interesting to you, and maybe you'll click on a link and buy something that I had at my wedding too. So good luck. Happy life.